Hi, this is Renee, and this is our assignment on Magnum for Unilever for our Masters at The Hague University. So this section will look at the social media activities, and the theme of this is having a two-way conversation. There are a lot of articles out there how millennials use and engage with social media. They want to do things like be entertained, they want to share content, see what their friends are talking about, and interestingly enough, they also say sustainability is a shopping priority, which is one of the themes that we're talking about here. But to start, we'll go to the mymagnum.nl homepage. There's social media links up the top here. So if we click on the Facebook for starters, which is backed up by research saying that a lot of millennials find Facebook one of their preferred platforms. So you can see here there's getting close to 12 million people that like this page. It's all set up nicely. There's a nice active GIF here. One of our recommendations in general is to have a two-way conversation. At first, until we were researching this assignment, there wasn't a huge amount of that, and there was a huge gap down here between, if you scroll down, between September 2015 through to the next post, which was in April. I imagine that's probably because it's a seasonal product. It's a bit cold in the winter in the Netherlands to eat a lot of ice cream, but still you need to keep the conversation going with people. Also, it seems there's a lot of Magnum just talking a lot about themselves. Here's our ad, here's our new product. But there is some two-way engagement happening. And during the course of us researching this assignment, we were happy to see that on King's Day, if I can find the post here a bit further up, there is a Snapchat promotion, and this created a lot of engagement. So you're able to go and put filters, and it ties in with the Release the Beast theme. And there's 138 comments and 28 shares and 2.8 thousand likes or other reactions. So that's great to see that the brand is seeing where the millennials are, like Snapchat, and going to them. What we would recommend is more of a two-way conversation and not just always about the product. The product can be featured. Heineken are one brand that do this well. The brand's always somewhere, but it's not always purely focused on the product. To look at Twitter, if you click here, the account is actually suspended, so that needs to be fixed. There are several Magnum accounts that we've found, none for the Netherlands, so either the Netherlands has been set up and shut down and this link hasn't been fixed, but it could be linked to the main international page. So perhaps just there's Spain, there's UK, but the main Magnum ice cream brand here, it could be linked to that. Going back to the homepage again on YouTube, YouTube has different campaign running here at the moment. So I'm not sure if that's an older campaign and it's not the Release the Beast anymore. And there's a lot of international videos. So there's not a lot of room for engagement here because it's not as relevant to people to come to the YouTube channel. So I'm not sure whether you need to have the link through here. It's good to collect all the videos in one place, but it's not really of use for people to go there. And finally, the Instagram. So here, the Instagram account, definitely in Instagram style. It's a bit of behind the scenes. They're styled for Instagram, so the square format. There is a little bit of focus on products like this one here that you can't actually get in the Netherlands. And again, it's the older campaign here. I think it's an older campaign, or it could be a different one, but it's a little confusing for people and it doesn't have that integrated consistency. The other thing is the Release the Beast. So the hashtag Release the Beast, when you type that into Twitter, there is some discussion globally from Magnum, the brand, but also from others. So I'm not sure whether Magnum's approached them and looked for influencers, but that would be our recommendation as well. Find influencers to tweet or write blog posts, for example, and get some discussion going on the brand. But again, I'd love to do these make your own Magnums, but in the Netherlands, as far as I'm aware, there's nowhere that you can go. So that can perhaps create a negative feel because you're seeing something that you can't actually get your hands on. The other thing that we looked at is on the stick of Magnum. So we ate a delicious Magnum last week, and on the stick it's magnumicecream.com, and you type in release the beast. However, when you do, it takes you directly to a site that is actually, it's still loading there, but it's not actually in Dutch. And now it's not loading at all. There we go. So this is a ice cream that I've bought in the Netherlands. I'm typing it in on a Dutch computer. English is my first language, but I speak Dutch okay, but this is definitely not Dutch. So that is breaking a link of engagement there. And it needs to be worthwhile for people to go to the site. So we would encourage some kind of competition. And our final recommendation for the social media is to have some kind of competition where you could have two strands, one for anyone that buys the ice creams, but another for bloggers. Because talking about the sustainability theme, you could get people to research and even take them to where the Rainforest Alliance product comes from and write about that. So there is some risk to the company because you don't know exactly what they're going to write about, but then the payoff is that can build the trust with the millennials because they're hearing it from themselves and just not always the brand. So that's a very quick few recommendations from the social media side. We think it should be an integrated campaign across everything. So for example, you could hand out flyers or have, like you've already got on the sticks, the Release the Beast, the campaign. And we hope that helps with reaching more millennials.